This is Working Title FC presents Goat Farm, and it's kind of like our Hall of Fame, except Hall of Fame is old school. We decided on Goat Farm because the phrase goat, it's all over the place, right? How can anything be the greatest of all time? It should be got, okay? Greatest of this time, right? That's kind of the way we think about it. But when you're on a farm, you have a spectrum of animals, right? Some are best in shows, some are better off in the pastures, but the farmer loves them all, even if it's just for dinner. So sit back, turn up the volume, and enjoy Working Title FC presents Goat Farm. Okay, this is Goat Farm. Working Title FC presents. You understand what it's all about from the intro. Episode 1 dropped. This is episode number 2. If you're listening in order. If you're not listening in order, that's cool.
Yeah.
Listen how you want. Maybe you're scrolling through, you pick up a name that you like. Number 2. Guys, my Goat Farm has a theme. 90s.
No.
No,
I heard by the time when you were telling us.
right.
By the second post on the first episode, I knew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, have you Googled that Cindy Crawford poster?
I've
What do you mean? Santa's already just bought one. No,
Man.
it's coming on Amazon.
I've been seeing it, bro.
That poster was like, that was my first love.
Think of your favorite supermodel right now. Your wet dream. Think of that.
It's
Cindy Crawford started that.
It's not Cindy Crawford. I mean,
She started. She said, "Here's the blueprint."
Yeah. She was like, there were models.
But I'm supermodel.
There was man. I'm Superman. Right. That's what's. Oh,
Go back to listen to episode 1.
that. Even if you don't Google the poster, please do me a favor.
Paulo, anybody who was around and has a memory from the 90s has seen that poster.
Puberty,
at
bro.
least once in their life.
Puberty, and you have that poster. Anyway, let's not get coarse here.
Richard Gere.
My next inductee, the next goat I'm releasing on the Goat Farm, right, is, I think, the greatest football manager of all time.
Oh.
I think he's the greatest football manager of all time. I'm going to tell you why. But before he was the greatest football manager of all time, he was a fantastic player. I'm going to open the gates next for Don Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Okay? Going back before he was the Don.
I can co-sign that one.
So now, Senzo is a fan of Don Carlo because Don Carlo was part of the Roma midfield. Because what you don't know, Ryan, Ancelotti was a phenomenal player.
He was sick.
He was a phenomenal player.
Just that he played in the Avengers of teams.
He wins. I mean, I just popped up a photo
Look at that
here
short back and sides,
of
boy.
Carlo Ancelotti as a player.
I need that Roma jersey,
wearing
bro.
a pornographic Roma jersey.
I need that Roma jersey.
Number on the sleeve. Number on
That's
the
very
sleeve.
cool. I've never seen this before.
It's a white shirt with kind of like,
Looks like
Roma's
the German
orange.
colours on it. Like
The Roma's orange colors, man. So look at the guy in the background. Look at that guy. That guy's from Mussolini era
Okay.
Italy. Look at him.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's 1979. That boy's from That guy's from 1939. 19 fascist. That guy was definitely marching with the black shirts.
Yeah.
So, Carlo Ancelotti, midfielder, first club Parma. He then moves to Roma, and
Didn't play for bad clubs either.
was part of the second Roma side, the second title, second Serie A. Roma haven't won many Serie A's. Senzo?
Last one we won was in 2001.
Exactly, and there was the gap in between. So
Yeah.
Ancelotti won, and then
Mind you, we did have a sick team.
you did. So he is. He has his roll call, right? Don Carlo, regarded as one of the greatest managers of all time. He's the most decorated manager. He's won the trophy 4 times as a coach.
Champions League, yeah.
Champions League, twice with AC Milan, twice with Real Madrid. He's also the first and only one to have managed teams in 5 Champions League finals. As a player,
Listen to this.
this is why I induct him. Because he was the pivot of Arrigo Sacchi's all-conquering Avengers, as Senzo says, of football. AC Milan, 1989
First guys to
and
say
1990. He was pivotal in that midfield. He's one of 7 people to have won the European Cup or Champions League as both a player and a manager. And he's also the first and only manager to have won league titles in all of Europe's top 5 leagues.
Yep.
wow.
Right?
He's done it, clocked it, bro.
He has done it all. Now,
Clocked the game.
let's go to him as a player. As a midfielder, he was a dynamic all-action midfielder. He played anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But what makes him so GOAT for me as a player? And Ryan said to me a few weeks ago, what was Ancelotti like? I'd say, you know what? In Arrigo... Now, listen, Do the reading. Arrigo Sacchi was like a philosophical coach to the point of like Rinus Michels and I think Rinus Michels, maybe Johan Cruyff, around about the same time. Arrigo Sacchi took the best of Catenaccio and then went, you know that total football they're doing in Holland? Let's go get their 3 best guys doing that and bring it over here.
I forgot that team had Van Basten.
Frank Rijkaard, Marco Van Basten, and Ruud Gullit. Prime. So he went, we've kind of got a good bunch of Italians.
He did get
here.
Prime Van Basten, yeah. He did.
Wait, just before his injury. Van Basten bombed out early 90s. He picked him up late 80s, right? So Sacchi went, yeah, we'll do this. You guys go do that. And we'll kind of do everything together. And guess what? Carlo Ancelotti, you run the whole thing. You're my brains on the field.
Yep.
Right? So what I don't think of, or what I think of that I don't think they can understand, and you're talking elite footballers here. You're talking about total footballers. And he gives Carlo Ancelotti the reins to do that role, right? So he plays on it. That he goes, this is cool. I'm gonna kind of do that, right? So he has this phenomenal career as a footballer. Ryan, to say who he is like, I watch Rodri, and I find Rodri very similar.
I find
Rodri.
I see Rodri. Do you know, for me, it's probably like Pirlo.
I think he was. He didn't pass like Pirlo.
But I see why you say Rodri, because Pirlo didn't get his hands dirty.
Well, that was the thing.
Ancelotti could.
Ancelotti did what he needed to do. If Ancelotti needed to go to the right wing, he'd go. You know,
Juan Sebastian Veron?
Veron again didn't get his hands dirty. And listen, I don't think Veron played in elite sides. Veron played in that great Parma side, which did nothing, did the Lazio side, which won the Serie A. But for Carlo Ancelotti to do it like he did, right? So this is Carlo Ancelotti as a player. Senzo's pointing up.
Listen to this, right? As with Milan, he was often deployed in front of the back three as a central or defensive midfielder, a position which allowed him to set the tempo of his team, play with a winning back position. He is regarded as having been the mentor and predecessor to Demetrio Albertini and Andrea Pirlo.
But that's what I'm saying, man. He's more Rodri.
Yeah.
Albertini, great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot. But that's why I say a modern day player.
But yeah, when I look at it, I was like, Pirlo doesn't do the sculpt.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to do the ugly work.
He doesn't want to do the ugly work. Where Ancelotti, he didn't like, but I'll do it. He was also part of the 1994 squad.
Stevie G?
I mean, don't bring your shit here. I'm trying to talk about cultured, educated, intelligent footballers, and you bring Stevie G, who was so ill-disciplined that in Istanbul, Benitez said, I can't take you off because that's suicide, but you go to the right wing, go right back, so you can't fuck up my plans. I'm going to put Didi Harman there. Because all the things you didn't want to do, Didi Harman's going to do. Stevie, I can't take you off, but go there.
I like it.
Go there.
Yeah.
Stevie G had his things. Tactical discipline and understanding of the game was not one of them.
Yeah.
That's why he kind of had this guy called Xabi Alonso next to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, true that.
Right. Maybe a Xabi Alonso is also a nice one to compare to Carlo.
But Xabi Alonso and Pirlo is basically the same thing.
Guess what? He manages both of them.
My God.
Okay. I want to. Here is a squad of
My
players. Now, remember, Carlo Ancelotti.
He had Maldini.
Whoa, Senzo, you're skipping the queue. You're skipping the queue here.
The surface here.
You're
Hold on.
skipping the queue here, right? So, finished playing his coaching career. Doesn't start off well.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
He goes to Parma. Doesn't really do well.
The Palmer.
Right?
Bro, this guy's had blockbuster. Bro.
You know what he does?
Tell the people what he
Sells
did.
Zola. He gets to Parma, sells Zola. Like, dude, don't do that. Like, Zola was ordained by Maradona. Maradona said Zola's my successor.
Yeah.
Right? So he sells Zola to Chelsea, Ryan.
You're welcome, Don Carlo.
Okay. Doesn't start well, but then he kind of hits his groove. Also goes to Juventus. Kind of doesn't do as well with Juventus. His roll call of clubs, and not in this order. AC Milan.
Yeah, boy.
He's done Bayern Munich.
Yeah, boy.
He's done Chelsea.
Yeah, boy.
He's done PSG. He's done Real Madrid twice. Even done Everton.
Hold on.
Carlo's not here for flowers.
In order. Palmer. 96 to 98. Listen to the primes. Juventus 99 to 2001. AC Milan 2001 to 2009. Chelsea 2009 to 2011. PSG 2011 to 2013. Real Madrid 2013 to 2015, part 1. Bayern Munich 2016-2017. Napoli. This guy has finished Italy.
But he didn't do that well in Napoli.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that well in Juventus. And Parma, not compared to how he did at AC Milan. But he's excused. Through there, I want to read you out a roll call. Now, this is just the best 11. Here's the players he has managed.
Please, dude. In goals?
Goalkeepers.
Obvious.
Okay, so it's actually full squads. Goalkeepers he has managed. Buffon.
Goals.
Yeah.
Instantly. Yeah.
Petr Cech.
Sure.
Manuel Neuer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Van der Sar.
Yes.
Thibaut Courtois.
Yes.
And Dida.
Pick one to save your life.
Man,
no pun intended.
I mean, Van der Sar.
Van der Sar as well.
Van der Sar, right?
I'm going Van der Sar as well.
Okay. Here are the
I'm
defenders.
going Petr Cech, by the way. Just.
Of course,
Petr Cech is... Yeah.
Petr Cech before the scrum
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah.
Before the scrum cap. Naturally.
Yeah,
He's still phenomenal after.
Very high IQ, Petr Cech, like 168 or something silly like that.
Defenders. Here's the defenders he has managed.
Please.
So he also played with this guy, Paolo Maldini, Nesta, Ashley Cole, Marcello, Alaba, Costa Curta, Pepe, Jaap Stam, Thiago Silva, John Terry, Fabio Cannavaro, Mats Hummels, Ricardo Carvalho, Cafu, Philip Lahm, Sergio Ramos, Gianluca Zambrotta.
Choose a centre-back pairing. I know who I'm going with.
Sergio Ramos and Ricardo Carvalho.
Sergio Ramos and Jaap Stam.
Sergio Ramos, Jaap Stam. Too much violence.
Or Sergio Ramos and Cannavaro. I'll go with those two.
Ryan, I assume you're going John Terry and Thiago Silva, keeping it Chelsea.
No, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go Thiago Silva. I think I would also go Sergio Ramos, but John Terry's definitely right.
Man. Okay, yes, his midfielders, bro.
Now we're gonna cry here.
We are talking now. This man
Elite.
has managed the best players and been successful and won things with them. We're not talking just club hopping. He's won things with
and
these players.
unleashed them and said, "You're a dog. You are the guy."
He has his midfielders. I'm actually going to read them backwards because it gets more impressive. Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Di Maria.
Jeez.
Robin. Beckham. Ronaldinho. Toni Kroos.
Yes, sir.
Xabi Alonso. Frank Lampard. Gattuso. Zidane.
Oh my goodness.
Deku. Ballack. Edgar Davids. Modric. Seedorf. Pirlo. Thomas Muller. Del Piero.
And
Rivaldo Kaká. Senzo's headphones are off. Senzo's out. Senzo's left.
Yeah, he's out studio.
Senzo has left the building. We are talking about being successful.
prime Zidane.
Now, you as a manager don't walk in and you can't handle stars in the dressing room. Carlo's been like, what
Hold
are you
my
talking
beer.
about?
Yeah, casual.
What are you talking about?
Prime Kaká.
And winning with them, getting them to buy into what he does.
Getting them Ballon d'Ors.
Okay, let's finish on his forwards.
Jesus, bro.
His strikers that he has managed.
Be
Ronaldo.
careful, Senzo might walk out the building.
Nah, brother, that midfield, he's not going to top them.
You can't top the midfield. The strikers are good.
The
strikers are good.
Midfielders, we're talking generation,
Yeah.
like once
Yeah.
in an age players.
And he coached them all. And a lot of them in the same team. His
And
strikers,
one stuff with them.
Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Zlatan, Inzaghi, Crespo, Ronaldo, Henry, Benzema, Drogba, Shevchenko. Am I right?
Bro, that midfield
am I
is
right?
blocked, but like
Where did he coach Henry?
Juventus.
Correct.
Before he went to Arsenal.
Okay, can you count it? Because he had his left winger. He's a player.
He was there. He
was
won the World Cup. He was a World Cup winner.
He was there under him. So we are talking about the best players among the best players of the past 30 years.
Jesus.
He coached and won things with them. So,
Your favorite footballer's favorite coach?
man, and all the players talk about it. I just want to, while we're on that, let me just talk about some of the players he played with, teammates, over time. Dino Zoff,
Yes.
Zola, Gentile,
Yeah.
Tardelli,
Yeah.
Mancini,
Yeah.
Vialli, the great Polish player Boniek, Falcao, the Brazilian
Yeah.
at Roma,
Yeah.
not the Colombian Falcao, the good Falcao, Hullet, Rijkaard, Van Basten, Maldini, Baresi, Donadoni.
Sure.
I mean, what are we talking about? So now we're going back probably
Hold on.
50 years.
Hold on.
He has been in the same dressing room as some of the best players ever.
Maldini must be sick of him.
Because Maldini started playing at 16 at AC Milan.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of two guys to only wear the same one club, one jersey.
And then they tried to give it to his son, or they wanted to. Didn't really work out.
bro.
I think his number's retired at Milan.
Hard.
Right? So I think you can understand.
Jesus, bro.
And listen, let's not even pull out his trophies. He's won a lot. He's won it multiple times. Won it with lots of clubs. And I think the lazy thing about Ancelotti, he goes, he's and listen, we haven't got into his current Real Madrid team. Oh, we're not even putting Vinicius in there. We're not. I mean, Benzema's going to be in that list again.
He gave Zidane his blueprint, he said.
Not Benzema. Mbappe is going to be in that list. I mean, he set his team up so well. Even Zidane could win something with it. Yeah.
Oh, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh,
I can do this.
What does this folder say? Secret plans on this desktop. Ooh, got it.
My boy, if you're in trouble, there's that thing.
But I think there's a thing here that people think Ancelotti is like a Galactico Whisperer, which he evidently is. He obviously knows how to speak to superstars. But the fact that he just lets players manage themselves and handle themselves is nonsense. He's a super flexible coach, but he's definitely got ways of coaching. Berlusconi, our great friend, while Ancelotti was winning things for him, said, no, we don't play one striker here. We will put it on the club badge. 2 strikers. We play with 2 strikers. And Senzo flashes up the most recent, most iconic photo of Don Carlo at, this was the Champions League win, right?
My guy, if that doesn't do it for you, mate.
With Vinny Jr. Who else is in there?
Go.
Smoking a cigar. Vinny Jr.'s there.
Militao, Alaba.
I mean, players love him.
How old is he now?
He
Give me
is
that, born in 1959.
64.
Yeah, 64 years old. And listen, guys, let's finish the lot. Finish the lot, because of course it's still up in the air. No one knows where it's going to end. But huge rumors.
In a 3-piece, my man.
In a 3-piece, doing
Effortless. Hand in the pocket. Leave Don Carlo alone.
Don Carlo's not here for you.
Leave Don Carlo.
Don Carlo is
Leave
not
this guy
here for you.
alone, man.
You know, his excellence is so excellent. You actually don't, until you stop and
Did
list
he used to
it.
chuff on the bench?
Oh, he did. He's when he's at
Don
Juventus, he used to smoke on the bench. He doesn't care.
This is the most gangster one. I'm sorry.
He doesn't care. But listen, what I want to see, the rumors are he's going to take over Brazil. Give the man a World Cup.
Yeah.
I will back Brazil to win a World Cup just so that he can complete the set.
Easy.
And he goes, I'm the greatest. And you know what? Don Carlo, you're the greatest football manager of all time. Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
I'm Don Carlo, second GOAT in my GOAT farm. You guys got a
Hey, you're coming with heat.
This is a very prestigious goat farm at the moment.
hell of a thing.
But the thing is, it's not obvious.
Hell of a thing. It's
Guys,
very
actually
nice.
No, but I do think anyone listening to this who's not a full-on football fan and is like wanting to find out more, this is very educational. I'm learning stuff here.
That's what we're about.
That's what we do.
Working title, FC presents GOAT
And
farm.
it's guys that you're like,
Welcome
actually.
in. Welcome in, Don Carlo.
No, he gets my vote. Like,
He gets it.
That's a buck. I'm for that buck.
That's for that buck. Get him
It's
breeding.
Not for
That's
the
a
kids.
good bloodline.
No. That's a buck.